Good morning and happy Tuesday. This is Gigi on the track. This is a day that the Lord has made, and we're rejoicing and we're glad in it. Well, it's a little muggy this morning, very warm this morning, and I'm out here even a little bit earlier, but it is very nice. And they said we might get a little rain, but it is a beautiful morning, beautiful morning, beautiful morning. Well, I got a gem nugget for you. I'm always inspired when I read our daily bread, although I may not share it exactly, but there's always a verse that just stands out for me. And I'm going to come this morning. One verse that um, a lot of people look at when we talk about what true religion is, and that's James 1:27, and it says religion, well, some versions say true religion, that God our Father accepts as pure and faultless is this: to look after orphans and widows in their distress, and to keep oneself from being polluted or being corrupted by the world. Because a lot of times, a lot of people concentrate on taking care of the widows and orphans, but sometimes they leave out that part about keeping yourself, uh, you know, clean and polluted by the world. Keep yourself apart. But even if you look at some of the verses before that, um, there's more to um, religion or practicing religion than those things. Because, as you look earlier in James, um, let me say this first. Um, my husband and I, we have had the opportunity to just share with many people of many religions and many faiths, and a lot of them are our friends. But it's one thing, it's a question that sometimes pops up in our conversations because we know some people, one person may be of one faith and another person may be of another faith, especially if they're spouses. And sometimes a person said, well, um, my spouse is a Catholic. And so the next question we might ask is, are they a practicing Catholic? Do they go to the Mass? Do they do the things? And a lot of times they say, oh, no, they don't do. They're just a Catholic in name only. They probably started it, but they don't do it. Or if somebody said that their significant other is a Muslim, and say, oh, are they a practicing Muslim? Do they pray 3 times a day and do all those things and eat certain things or not eat? Oh no, you know, or Jehovah Witnesses. No, they worship usually on Saturdays. Are they practicing? Do they go and take out the literature? Oh no, they don't do that. So you're going like, wow, well, do they really have good religion? Are they practicing what they say that they are? And there were several things that James said earlier in this chapter that would demonstrate having what the old slaves used to sing the song, "Do you got good religion?" And most of the time they say, "Yeah, Lord." But I was wondering if they were really answering truthfully, because it says some things earlier. James uh, tells us the things that we should be doing if we're really practicing what we call this good religion. For instance, it says, therefore get rid of all moral filth and the evil that is so prevalent, and humbly accept the word planted in you, which can save you. Or if you got good religion, it says, do not merely listen to the word and so deceive yourselves. Do what it says. Anyone who listens to the word but does not do what it says is someone that who looks at his face in a mirror and after looking at himself goes away and immediately forget what he looks like. But whoever looks intently into the perfect law that gives freedom, we talked about freedom yesterday, and continues in it, not forgetting what they have heard, but doing it, they will be blessed in what they do. And here it goes on a little further. Those who consider themselves, quote, religious, and yet do not keep, a tight rein on their tongues, deceive themselves. And guess what? It says their religion is worthless. And then the verse that I started out with, religion that our Father accepts as pure and faultless, is this: to look after orphans and widows in their distress and to keep oneself from being polluted by the world. So now, according to that, do you got good religion? See, that's how we need to check ourselves when we talk about, practicing. See, it, it's about practicing your faith. That's not saying that you are this and that and believe that. Even as a Christian, those of us that are Christian, that we have to practice what we say. Or it says right here, our quote religion is worthless. You know why I keep saying quote religion? Because when it comes to Christ, it's more about having a relationship, not having a religion. Because when you think about religion, you, you can believe in almost a religion. You can believe in anything. I can believe in this tree I'm looking at right now, and I'll start worshiping the tree, or if an animal or something like that. But He's a jealous God, and we should have no other God but Him. So we need to ask ourselves, do we have good religion? That means, are we practicing what we believe? All right. That's a question. Um, I want to remind people, especially in this area, today is voting day. We have to get out and vote today. But that is our duty as our citizens. We say we're Americans. We should vote, even on these local elections. So if you haven't voted, get out there and vote. And I also want to remind you tonight is Church School Live. Have another good lesson tonight because we're still talking about the fact that God reigns, He rules. And tonight we're going to talk about how His love renews us, how it renews us in our everyday walk religion. Okay, so y'all be blessed. And ask yourself that question. Model that one in your mind. Do you got? I know that grammar was off, but they said, do you got good religion? See you tomorrow. Bye.